Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s life, lineage and his genealogy. Hazrat Ayub A.S. was from the lineage of Hazrat Ibrahim A.S. His lineage traces back to Hazrat Ibrahim A.S. Hazrat Ayub's A.S. real name was Ayub, but in the Quran he is referred to as Hazrat Ayub A.S. He was blessed with great wealth, health, and status. His community respected him greatly, and he was regarded as a patient and steadfast individual. Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s community was known as Bani-Ishaq. The people of his community lived in luxury, enjoying great wealth and comfort. Hazrat Ayub A.S. lived for a long time in the peace and joy granted by Allah, but then Allah tested him with a great trial and tribulation. The greatest test Hazrat Ayub A.S. faced was the loss of his health, wealth, and family. Allah took away his wealth, health, and loved ones. Despite these severe hardships, Hazrat Ayub A.S. maintained his patience. He never complained about his divine trial and amazed everyone with his perseverance and forbearance. His mention in the Quran comes at various places. Allah gave Hazrat Ayub A.S. the title of patience personified. The prayer he made during his hardships was, "Wa Ayub is not a rabbu ani masini adru wa anta arhamur rahimin." And remember, when Ayub called to his Lord, "Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful." Surah Al-Anbiya, 21 hours, 83 minutes. Allah accepted Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s prayer and restored his wealth, health, and family. This was the reward for his patience and faith. This act made Hazrat Ayub A.S. a prophet who became an example of patience and faith. Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s miracles. Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s patience and resolve were miracles granted by Allah. He was further blessed with another miracle when Allah restored his health and his family. The life of Hazrat Ayub A.S. stands as an example of trusting Allah and remaining patient even in the face of hardships. The Quran mentions Hazrat Ayub A.S. in several places. His mention can be found in Surah Al-Anbiya 21:83-84 and Surah Sad 38:41-44. In Surah Al-Anbiya 21:83-84, his prayer is mentioned, where he expresses his distress to Allah. In Surah Sad 38:41-44, his patience and the severe test he underwent are highlighted. Mentioned in the Bible. In the Bible, Hazrat Ayub A.S. is mentioned in the book of Job. He is referred to as Job in the Bible. His story there also serves as an example of a test and patience. Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s life and the absence of personal miracles. There is no mention in Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s life of any personal miraculous creations that he made himself. His teachings and life serve as a remarkable example of patience and trust in Allah. Hazrat Ayub A.S. and Allah's test. There was no direct punishment from Allah on Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s community, but the trials and tribulations he faced in his own life were a significant test for him. The pain and hardship Hazrat Ayub A.S. endured was a test from Allah to examine his patience and faith. Allah tested him in every way by taking his wealth, health, and family. This trial was a method by which Allah aimed to increase his patience and faith. During this time, Allah granted Hazrat Ayub A.S. the opportunity to display his patience and resolve. This test was meant to make him worthy of understanding Allah's mercy and grace. The suffering he endured in this test was a divine trial to develop his capacity for patience. When Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s community saw his patience and faith, the message of patience spread among them. Despite facing his suffering, he kept reinforcing his community's belief in Allah's mercy and patience. The test in Hazrat Ayub life was a manifestation of Allah's divine mercy. His patience was born of Allah's grace, and Allah accepted his prayer, restoring his health and happiness. The essential message of Hazrat Ayub A.S. life, the life of Hazrat Ayub A.S., conveys a powerful message about patience, faith, and trust in Allah's mercy. His story teaches us that when a person is going through any hardship in life, they should remain patient. One must have faith in Allah's mercy and grace, because He is always with His servant. The trials He sends are part of His plan, and within them, there is a path to wisdom and relief. The lesson of patience. Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s patience is an example for all. He regarded his hardship as part of Allah's mercy and showed gratitude and satisfaction in his prayer. His patience teaches us that whenever we are in distress, we can seek Allah's help through prayer and patience. Strength of faith. Hazrat Ayub A.S. never lost his faith during the hardest moments in his life. He had full trust in Allah's mercy, and it was this faith that made him resilient during his trials. If a person keeps their faith strong and looks to Allah in their suffering, they can easily overcome any difficulty. The effect of Allah's mercy. The second profound message from Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s life is about having faith in Allah's mercy. His story teaches us that Allah never abandons His servants. When a person sincerely acknowledges Allah's mercy through their patience and prayer, Allah responds with His grace and support. Hazrat Ayub A.S.'s story shows that if a person has trust in Allah and their patience and faith remain strong, Allah will show them a way out of every difficulty. His life teaches us that every trial has its time, but if a person maintains love and patience with Allah, no difficulty will be insurmountable. The life of Hazrat Ayub A.S. is a magnificent example of patience, faith, and trust in Allah's mercy. He embraced the most difficult trial of his life with happiness and passed through it with patience, receiving Allah's mercy and grace in return. His story teaches us to never lose our faith and patience, and to place trust in our Lord during times of hardship. Allah's mercy is always with those who endure their trials with patience and faith. The Holy Legends. The Holy Legends is a platform where we delve into the detailed stories of the great and beloved prophets of Allah. On this channel, we present the lives of Hazrat Ayub A.S., Hazrat Ibrahim A.S., Hazrat Musa A.S., and many other prophets, offering lessons from their lives that can guide us. This channel will enlighten you with knowledge that is beneficial for everyone, helping us become better individuals in our lives.